And in order to make it look like this, you're going to need the Crafter's Edition teal. I'm going to use the Apple Barrel Flag Red. This one is actually just a gray mix I made. This is just pretty much gray paint, white paint. It is Apple Barrel Pure Silver. It's kind of watered down, but when it goes on, it will make a nice silver coat. And I used the black. And I also will be using Sharpies. It sounds kind of stupid, but Sharpie. Okay. Simple little sword. So the logo is silver on the sword. So that's going to be the first thing you mark up. The reason why we mark this up is it's actually a lot easier sometimes to do up the silver on with the marker than it is the paint. So there's all the silver marks. I did on both sides. There is also a trigger on here, and it is right there. Not the best, but it will work. So you got gold here, gold down this way, and gold up here at the top. Like I said, what I used on my references on my weapons is I used a lot of the pictures of the figure arts. And the main reason why I used the figure art pictures is because that's what I want my weapons to look like. I want them to look like the figure arts. My 20-0 brush, I got this at Michael's. These are like a $5 brush because of how fine the tip is on this. Okay. Like I said, we don't have to be 100% perfect and everything. And this is almost like painting the figure in one sense. This being a black base, black's going to show through the red. And I did it, and I had a whole bunch of people tell me that they liked them and everything. And I kept saying, well, this is how I did it, this is what I used, so that's why I'm doing this. So that way I can show other people how to do the same thing that I'm doing. So that way they can also do it. So that way I don't have to keep, telling everyone how to paint everything and how to do this. No, this takes some time. Like that, I just got red on that button. No big deal. There's a faint line that runs down the handle. It's just right there. When that dries, I'm going to take a knife and I'll just gently scrape off the excess red, because where the other red is at in the handle, it's going to stick to the plastic. Yeah, like I said, you don't have to be the perfect artist out there. You don't have to, be anything. This is mostly just trial and error and stuff like that. Like that. This is a hobby to me. And I like to pass on some of my advice to people on how to do things. Like I said, as you can see, the black is coming through the blade. Black is coming through the red. So again, more coats of red on that. By the time you get done with the red, you're going to have kind of a thicker coat. The blue goes on here. It goes on fairly easy. So what this should be done is, I'm going to coat the blue on this. Like I said, you don't have to be the prettiest out there right now. This is just to coat this to get your base colors. Everyone is different. It depends on the amount of detail you want to do. If you just want to do up the silver and the red, you can just do it silver and the red. It's your weapon. It's how you want to do it. You don't have to go the same route I'm going. You don't have to sit there and flip out, freak out, and go, how should you do this or something like that. You don't have to go the same route I go on my detail. I'm just kind of a perfectionist, or obsessive compulsive disorder, whatever when it comes to painting. So there's the blue, there's the red, there's the silver. It's not 100%. Like I said, these are base coats. Category. Now you think this is bad just by doing one of these? Try doing four swords and four pistols at one time. So that was even more fun. So that was, as I'm painting those, it was like, okay, I have one flaw on this gun, I know this one. Well, when you go back there and you try to fix up those flaws, try to remember which weapon had this flaw, which weapon had this flaw. It gets to you after a while. Okay, so that's the second coat of red. Again, you know, doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just going through, I'm just going to touch up a little bit of the blue here and there. Because I'm going to be, on the next coat, it's going to be going through and touch out the blue. Because what's going to happen is I'm going to go through and I'm going to touch up the silver. Now what's going to happen is the silver will get on the blue. Now the problem that I had was the silver getting on the blue, is then I got to go back through and touch up the blue. And then same with the red gets on the gold, then you go through and touch that up and everything else. See, ain't painting fun? Again, this is a 18-0. I forgot that little red dot right there. If you have the toys or anything like that, you know what I'm talking about. It's the Gokai logo, the pirate logo. All I'm using is just an acrylic mix of gray. It's pretty much black, white, gray, different colors. When I do get this sword done, it is going to be a two-tone. And what I'll do is, the center is going to be, well, the outside will probably be the paint, and then the center will be like the silver Sharpie. And what that's going to do is that will add like a metallic finish in the middle. If you look at the figure arts, you'll see that there's two different coats of paint on it. Pretty much take the gray all the way down to almost about the red. And what that would do is that would bring that blade all the way down. If you get some gray on the red, just go back through and you're going to be touching that up later on. It's not, like I said, it's not too hard to do. It's just painstaking to keep going back and forth on this. I'm debating if I want to go through the blue right now or if I just want to let that sit and dry. And I think the best bet would let it sit and just dry. So at the moment, that's the sword. I was touching up the handle bit tonight and the little red dot. So that's going to sit and it's going to dry. Okay, on the sword, this is how it looks right now. And I'm going to keep going till it looks perfect. Well, it's pretty much, it says pure silver, but it's been watered down a lot. But what this will do is when this gets on here, it will kind of like help two-tone that better. But that's how the sword is sitting at the moment. That's what the sword looks like right now. Here's the sword. It's ready for clear. Now, instead of going through and using like a spray can, I'm actually going to use nail polish clear. Now, the one that I use is Wet n Wild. Wild Shot. I get this up at Rite Aid for like $1. It actually works really good. And this is what I'm going to be using on the sword. This is what I'm going to be using on the pistol. So, I'm going to take a camera, set this up over top of the sword, and I'm just going to clear it. Um, I will tell you right now, do not pour this on. You're going to be using the brush. You're going to be going real easy on this thing, so that way you're not overlaying it. Because with the silver sharpie being on there, it will bleed. So you do not want to coat this real heavy. If you do, you're going to have some bleeding. Now, what you do is do not freak out if it bleeds. Just go back through after it dries and touch it up. Now, the way I clear and everything is when it's all done and over with, you will be able to take this sword after it clears, and it will be somewhat bendable. But you will have a little bit of give in it. So, let's get this cleared. Okay, after the sword was cleared, this is what the sword looks like. It's all done. After 2 coats of clear, it's done. So, this is what 2 coats of clear does. You still got a little bit of flexibility in this. It's still, a toy or a display or however you want to do it. Put in the figure's hand, real simple. Hold the figure out, and just put the sword in their hand. And there you go, done. So I hope this video helped you out. I hope this video showed you how to do this, and I hope you take what bit of knowledge I passed on, and hopefully we'll put it towards other toys that you are painting up. This was originally done just to see if I can even do it. I actually doubted myself because I seriously have never painted toy weapons before. So this was actually a challenge for myself, and I proved myself wrong that I could actually do something this stupid. And I mean, it's stupid because I painted up a toy weapon that was originally black. But you'll never know unless you try. And that's what I did. I gave it a try, and I did it. So thanks for watching. Bye.